Hey, it's Michael, and I'm continuing my case study on the Project 200. And specifically, what we're going to talk about in this video is kind of a prospecting philosophy or mindset so that you can kind of get a better idea of how we're going to approach the prospects in our Project 200. Because it's more than just building the list of names. It's also, how we're going to deal with these prospects, particularly our friends and family, which is what most people are concerned about, that they don't want to be pressured into kind of roping these people into try and do business with them, and that whole kind of philosophy of why people don't want to do the Project 200 in the first place. Okay, so let's talk about how this is going to work. When insurance, obviously selling insurance kind of has a bad name, and you kind of have to ask yourself why that is. I mean, a lot of people who are asked to do a Project 200 to kind of come into the business of insurance, they don't even want to do a Project 200 because they don't want to contact people they know, and they feel like the reason they don't want to do that is because there's pressure involved, and so they don't want to put that kind of pressure on their friends, and that's certainly understandable. Nobody wants to do that. But that feeling there that you have about how to approach your friends and family should also kind of be how you feel about approaching anybody. And what's going on here is that insurance kind of has a bad name and how the product's been sold in the past. That you need to do it differently than how maybe you're told to do it, I guess. So kind of the way it used to be taught was you need to get people on the phone, you need to overcome their objections, and you need to get out there and see them and close, and all of these strategies that basically are all about kind of fighting your prospect to do business with you. And I don't believe in doing that. Now, there are times where you need to provide information about why something is important, and you need to be able to do that effectively with people that you're working with to say, hey, look, this is how this works, and this is why this is important. But in the end, it's up to you to do what you want to do. But I would do it this way, and this is why I would do that. So you got to be able to do that with people so that they understand where you're coming from, because they're really, in the end, they're paying you for your advice, and you need to be able to give it. And if you give it effectively, they're going to take your advice. Now, there's a difference between giving advice and forcing people to take it, and this all starts with the prospecting mindset. Because what happens is that once you start getting people on the phone and trying to twist their arm, right away, that just doesn't work. So what I recommend instead is that when you approach people, you're going to approach them with some sort of offer. And, if they want to take the offer, then they don't. But what's important about the offer is that you just offer it to everybody. And you don't decide for them whether they will accept the offer before you call them. You don't kind of create reasons why they wouldn't want to take the offer. You just kind of try and create an offer that says, hey, maybe this might be why a reason to meet with me, and this is kind of how I do it if you want to do that. So we're going to get into more specifics later. But the thing is that once you put the offer out there, they're either going to go, yes, sure, okay, that might be something I'd want to take a look at, or no, I'm not interested in that. And when somebody says, no, I'm not interested in that, that's your clue to go, okay, they decline the offer, and that you just need to kind of let that go and move on. And then you kind of might have some people in the middle that would want more information to say yes or no. And so your objective as an agent, as a prospecting person to find people to become clients, is about making offers, and then the people that raise their hand and go, yeah, I'm interested in that offer, those are the people that you're going to want to work with. The people who don't, you're going to just kind of move them down the line to contact again later, either with the same offer or a different one. Because to be honest with you, after a while, people forget that you even contacted them. But the key here about the whole thing is that you just want people to hear the offer that you're going to make, and structure each phase of your prospecting system that way, that this is how this works. I just want you to know how it works, and if you want to take advantage of it, then I'm going to assist you the best way that I know how to do that. So your job is about making offers, not prejudging people on whether you think they should take the offer or not trying to force the offer down somebody's throat, but just making the offer and moving on if they don't want to take it. So that's kind of how we're going to do it in our prospecting of the Project 200 and all the people that I've got in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of fine tune it for people that are friends and family and acquaintances that we might know. We're going to fine tune it for people that might be in a geographic area that are close to us or part of a group that we're in. We're going to fine tune it for a specific occupation. And then, we're going to fine tune it for the people that are potential referral prospects for us, so that these things are more in tune with what they might want. Now, it's a tricky process, but the main thing is that you just have to you're going to have some sort of prospecting philosophy that you buy into. And to me, it's much easier to buy into one that's more low-key like that than it is to do one that's, constantly fighting with people to try and, pressure them into meeting with you, because that just sets the tone that you don't want to have as an insurance agent, and that's really what's going to set you apart from others. Now, the whole problem here is that when it comes to prospecting, there are outside influences that affect your prospecting. Okay, so the first one is kind of scarcity in the number of people that you think you can call. And so that's why I had us expand the Project 200 into more than just friends and family and people that we know, because some people don't know a lot of people and are not really sure where to begin. And anytime there's kind of this scarcity of people to call, it puts more pressure on one individual prospect subconsciously while you're on the phone for them to get through to them to meet with you in the manner that I suggest, in a low-key way where you don't care whether they take the offer or not. And if they do, then that's going to be fantastic. But the message you want to communicate to them is that you don't care whether they take the offer or not. You're just there to make sure they know the offer's there, and you're making it, and just want them to decide whether they want to kind of take advantage of that offer or not. So the first is scarcity. The second is if you're doing the Project 200 for starting your career as an insurance agent with management instructing you on how to do it, they're going to have the way they want you to do it. And what's going to be most important about what they want you to do is they got to get you out there. They got to get you started. And so there's a lot of pressure when people are training you to kind of get you moving, to get in front of people that you know, so that you can potentially write some business. So, but again, that can, depending on your mindset, that can potentially create some problems. Because that pressure's there, you can maybe feel it in the prospecting environment, and people you talk to, they can sense it. I don't know how they can, but they can. So, and then the final kind of thing that adds pressure to the system is if you need to make money, and you need to make money now. And so you can't if everybody needs to make money, but you can't let that part of this affect your prospecting efforts, because if you do, your prospects are going to feel it at some point, and it always kind of, when you need somebody to do something because you need to make money, that's really not the best kind of environment to create a low-key prospecting system. So again, we're going to approach this to where we're going to make offers. If they take them, that's great. If they don't, we're going to recontact them either with the same offer or a different one down the road. And then as we meet people, we're going to add them to the beginning of the process and just keep doing that. Same thing from any kind of effort that we make. Because the bottom line is most people will tell you no initially. The people that will tell you yes when you first contact them are people that really know you well and they want to help you out. Or they're going to be people that might have some sort of change going on in their life, that maybe they just bought a home, maybe they just changed jobs, maybe they got a promotion, and maybe they had a baby. Those people are more likely to kind of step up to the plate and kind of be people that are going to go, yeah, I'll take a look at that offer. People that don't have any change going on are kind of stuck in their ways, and so they're not going to really kind of want to make any changes. And so the reaction to any kind of change, if you're really not going through any, is going to be one of, no, I don't want to do anything because I don't want to change anything. And that's really all they're telling you most of the time. And so the benefit of continued contact with people is eventually everybody goes through some sort of change. And when they do, you want to be at the front of the line, being ready to take care of that. So that's my philosophy on how to prospect to your Project 200, and then we'll get into specifics about how to prospect each potential group of people that we put into our Project 200 as we move along here, so you can kind of see how I would approach that. So if you got any questions, put them in the comments, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, be sure and do that too. All right, thanks a lot, and hope you have a great day.